All right, we are live again. We have a new stream set up. Some interesting stuff going on. We're gonna be modeling chess pieces today. Gonna start off with the most common chess piece, the pawn. I already have the rook modeled, but I'm gonna be making an entire set so I can print them out. I've printed out the rooks, but now it's time for the pawn. And I think we're gonna bring this over here. Yeah, we're gonna get some stuff into PureRef real quick, and then yeah, really, I don't need that much in PureRef, but it'll be useful. I just need some pawns. All right. Yeah. This is looking good. All right. Good stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the obvious, a cylinder. Whoop. Gonna go forward here. Make a polymesh 3D. All right, and now we can get to business. Okay, so the idea here, we have the base, which I'm going to keep flat, and I'm probably going to do an indent here later, but for now, we're going to just... All right. Oh, boy. All right. I think I also need to do symmetry here, but yeah. I'm gonna get the basic out here like this, and then duplicate that bad boy. Turn it over, and there's that. And we're gonna be merging all of these as we go, because chess pieces are not super complicated. The fun part begins like later on, but I got a couple staples I want to do. So it looks like now this piece. Well, let's select a little more of that. This goes in a bit more. We'll do this. Yeah. I got the sniffles going on. Okay. I'm gonna append another cylinder. And then this one is going to be slightly out some more. I'm just going for the basic shape at the moment. Nothing too crazy. Start out basic, and then later on we can do some fancy stuff with the model. Duplicate that, turn it over. We are going to smooth that out as well. All right. And then this is going to be up much further than the last one. Yeah, something like that. And then maybe actually we'll even push that out further, and then we'll bring... Ooh. Well, that's not what I wanted to do at all. All right, that works. Oh, let's center that on the unmasked center there. Yeah, something like that. I think that'll make it there. Yeah. Good form there. Good form. Good form. All right. All right. Now we can do the base, or I mean that's the base, but we can do like the stem, the beginning of the rest of it. This one, luckily the pawns are probably the easiest pieces to model. The rook, I always like modeling the rook first, and I can show that if anyone's interested afterwards, but well, what in the world? Well, there is nothing going on there. Okay, let's do the transparent thing here, and let's go on. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. Oop. Well, now that doesn't make much sense. That should be. It's the unmasked center, so there we go. That's better. Alright. That'll look a lot better once it's smoothed out a bit. Well, we'll go down a little farther. That works. And then take this. Center, bring that in, kind of expand it a bit more. All right. And then we're going to duplicate this guy, bring it down. This is going to be the fun part. I'm going to trim it here and here. All right. It makes it a lot easier when you limit the number of polygons you got going on. There we go. Something like that. Yeah, we can even bring that in further and keep kind of doing this. And then for the last hurrah, we're gonna have a good old sphere at the top. Not that big. That'd be just fucking nuts. Something like that. We want, I think, this to be a bit bigger, maybe? Or maybe we want this to be smaller. And we want this to be bigger. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's definitely where we'd want to be as far as that's concerned. I think this definitely was a little bit disproportionate to the rest. So let's go ahead and I think, yeah, it's supposed to be more like that, where it's larger at the bottom than it is at the top. Bring that in. Alright, now we can go ahead to the merging of everything. And then we can start smoothing and detailing and stuff. Doing all the fun stuff. Modify topology. Well, no, don't want to do that. Dynamesh. Right there. There we go. Perfect. Now it's dense as fuck. And I'm actually going to do Decimation Master. Make this a bit more manageable. There we go. Something like that. And now we have Sculpty mode. Sculptress mode. Not Sculpty. The hell's wrong with me? Anyway. Oh, that's... Oh, yeah. That's right. We want to do not just symmetry on two sides, but also... Where's the symmetry at? The y-axis as well? Nope, not the y-axis. The z-axis. There we go. Now we can do, like, cylindrical stuff. Yeah. So right now I'm just smoothing it out so I can get the topology a lot more even. And then we can do the rest. Do like a small indent here. And then now we can start using brushes like this to sharpen up some of these edges and do some fun stuff. I think the most interesting piece is going to be modeling the night, just because there's going to be an actual, like, a decent amount of modeling involved in that. I mean, there was a decent amount of modeling in the Rook too, but the Rook was more rigid. It was more of a, I mean, 'cause it's a building, so. Well, not exactly, but you know what I'm saying. And the topology's kind of ugly, I'm not gonna lie. Oof. Actually. Yeah, we want to do something like this, not the other way around. Right? Okay, there we go. Now, why is that not picking up, though? That's weird. Oh, it's because it's not, Okay, that's interesting. I wonder why that happened. I wanna go in and make as much topology as possible now I mean, not like Dynamesh levels of density here, but this is exactly what we want. Something like this. It's where we have enough topology to work with when we do details, but not enough to, you know, make the computer lag and junk. Oop. Alright. Oh, that's taken care of. Well, let's actually, I don't know what's happening here, but it seems like, yeah, it was a little uneven. That was the issue. Okay. Now it's mirrored on all sides, so this works a lot better. Yeah, it was kind of acting a fool there for a bit. And you know what? Instead of that, let's go with a slash and see what that can do. Yeah. We're gonna go freehand. I don't like how non-smooth that is. So that is the slash. Oh, that's /3. Okay, so it's a different. Let's find something that's more. I'm gonna find something that's sharp, but not like. Oh, chisel. Yeah, that's the one. That's right. Ooh, that is dramatic. Interesting. Okay. Let's see if this actually... that's something. I mean, it's not ideal, I don't think. It's not very pretty, that's for certain. Go back over here and smooth it out. Well, let's... Okay. Now, maybe if we just make this a little bit harsher. Something like that. Let's see if that does the case, or does the trick. That actually works, I think. Yeah. That cuts the way I want it to cut. And it smooths things out, so it works out both ways. It's not as harsh and annoying looking as the chisel brush. Alright, now let's do another one here. Oop. Now the idea, and this is kind of something that I did with the other one, we're going to do... Well, that's not exactly what I want there. Let's go like this. Oop. Oh, that didn't do anything. Okay. It's not too bad. Let's go. Ooh. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted. I wanted it to be more round. Something like that. Yeah, something, some cool little decorative pieces here. Well, that doesn't that doesn't exactly do what I want it to do now, does it? Well, that's not bad actually. I do want to do something like... Well... Yes, oh, that's actually really nice, now that I think about it. If we do like a rose petal. Yeah, why don't we get rid of this? That, yeah, I like that idea a lot better than what I have going on here. So instead of doing this, we're gonna make a petal. Let's get some petal reference. Let's figure out a rose reference. Rose bud, how about that? That might look better. Something like that, yeah. Okay, let's we put this over here in my reference picture. Let me see if I can't get a, yeah, there we go. That's a good one. Well, that's not, that's not what I wanted. I want this one. There you go. Get rid of that. Scale that down. There we go. Something like that. I think that is perfection. Perfection. Okay. Now, oh, something else I wanted to do was something like, you know, like a mix of indents and extrusions here. You know, don't want to be too samey. Maybe if we do this on purpose. Yeah. That works. I like that. Smooth some of this out. Make it look all fancy. Fancy smancy pantsy. Well, let's see if we can't. Yeah, something like this. Well, that's not exactly what I wanted, but Well, let's see it. Well, don't want to do that. Maybe not that either. That actually looks fine. And let's do something like this. Just some fancy pants, you know, dots and junk. All right. Thought maybe, but nah. We'll keep it the way it is. I think that looks better anyway. We'll go in here. Ooh, yeah, this I think would be good. Flatten this out. Sharpen that edge up a little bit. I can print these out for tomorrow and then see how they turn out. All right. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get started on the petal, like the rosebud stuff. Okay, so we want it to be something like this. Well, parts of it to go in, parts of it to go out. Okay, something like that. And we can also take this and kind of do this so that way it looks better. And just kind of like odd shapes. Now let's go to the top, yeah. And we want innards there, and we'll just duplicate it. And center this. We actually don't have to do anything too crazy with these because rosebuds all kind of look similar. Okay, something like this. So we just want to make sure that the petals themselves don't phase through one another. Which that should be more than enough. And then we can merge these boys. Duplicate it. Center, do that. And then we can shrink it. Do that. Push this out. Kind of adjust it to where it's a little farther out. Okay, so that'll be like the outer edge the outer petals here. Well, shrink these a bit. And then I think now we append a cone, maybe? Or should we just do a sphere? Spheres are a little easier to work with, I think. And we'll put it out like this. It's gonna be kind of uneven, so we'll do this number here. And then we'll just take the damn standard brush and we will kind of do a thing like this. And then we can separate some of this. There we go. Stagger that. All right. And now we have a rosebud. We can actually merge these two down. I'm actually gonna shorten them just a bit to put emphasis on the center there. Because I mean, the center is what makes it more of a rosebud and less of just a rose. And we can kind of move this, make it a little less uniform, more kind of asymmetrical. And just make sure. And then what else and then the other thing we're going to do is make sure that the sphere kind of fills in all the empty space, because this is going to be a 3D model, or a 3D print. It's already a 3D model, but since it's going to be a 3D print, we're going to make sure all the gaps are filled, so whenever we print it, it looks better. It's not so complicated to print. To make this as easy on ourselves as humanly possible. So just fill in any gaps with the rest of the model, so that way, whenever I take transparency off and I merge these two down, I can take the geometry, I can Dynamesh it, and now it's all one model. And we can kind of just go in here, smooth some of this. Because a lot of that tessellated geometry there is going to look kind of shitty. We want to make it look pretty. And it's also going to help it to print a better model. And then I think I can add some texture onto this a little bit. I can do something like this, just to give it a little bit of kind of like a realistic-ish feel, so it's not so uniform. alternate between doing indents and extrusions just to make it look a little better. Give these guys a little bit of life. Cut into here. Oop, don't want that. Okay. All right, now that we've done that, we've made it a little more pleasant. Going to center. Here we go, and now we're going to put it on top. And that, my friends, is going to be the top of our pawns. Which I think is pretty unique. I mean, I'm sure there's some like rosebud chess pieces out there. And what we can do for the queen is make it like an actual rose. Like a more intricate, more complicated rose. Kind of like the, so that way, you know, it has like a theme of bloom. Like whenever the pawns get to the edge of the board, they'll bloom into a queen. It's kind of cool. I'm just taking this and making it a little, well, should I? Nah, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Let's merge these down finally, and we will Dynamesh it again. Ooh, okay. That actually, we want to preserve some of the detail here. Up the resolution. Yeah, there we go. Now it's incredibly dense. Pre-process. And we will decimate it. Computing, please wait. Alright. That's done, so now I can decimate it. And we have a much more manageable, much cleaner geometry going on. You can see much better for printing. And something else that I've kind of want to do here is make this a little smaller and kind of do like an out. Well, I'll see how this looks. If this doesn't look very good, then I won't do it, but I just want to kind of make it. Oh, you know, I forgot it was on symmetry. So we'll take it off symmetry real quick. We'll see. No? Yeah, I think it makes it look a little better. Okay. All right. Nice. And we are going to append a cylinder here. Gonna make it a little higher resolution. And then we are going to live Boolean this guy. Yeah. The reason I'm doing this is because I am going to, well, you know what? I actually don't know if I should do this. Because I'm going to be putting pads on the bottom. I already did it for the rooks. I did do this for the rooks as well. But to be honest, it didn't work out very well. I just kind of think it makes it look a little more professional. If I can deepen it. Something like, yeah, maybe. That could do the trick, to be honest. Okay. Because I'm gonna end up putting supports on it anyway, so that's fine. That's fine. Am I right or am I right? So we're gonna make a Boolean mesh. Oof. I am going to drink my handy dandy monster. Whew, that was loud. Good shit. Okay. Now we can append this guy. Delete. Delete. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, now we can... We're going to look at this in perspective. Yeah. I like it. I think that turned out pretty good. I think the next one will be the bishop, because the bishop is the second easiest piece to model. Even though we did kind of go above and beyond for the pawn, probably going to do the same thing for the bishop when time comes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and save it. Into my, did I put the chess pieces in my Seagate? I think I did. Where are you at? There you are. Chess pieces, pawn. And honestly, I did this one also because there are, how many pawns in the game? I think it's 8 per side, isn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah. So there's 8 pawns per side. So I'm going to be printing this 16 times. Well, actually, since I'll be doing 2 at a time, if I do any more, some of them get kind of messed up, and I don't want that to happen. So, but. All right. See, what's cool is I'm wondering if I should reuse this base just to kind of keep it consistent. I think that could be useful when modeling. So I think this is what I'm going to do. I saved that, and now I'm going to go to the 3D Print Hub export it and do pawn. Oop. All right. So now that we have the STL for the pawn, now we can take this and we can trim off that. Ooh. Oh, you know what? That probably would help if I didn't have it in perspective. Yeah, something like that. Because this way... And let's see what happens if we trim off a little bit off the bottom. Oh, yeah, no, it messes it up. Okay, so we don't do that. Bad idea. So this way, we just have like a basic bottom to start with, and we can just kind of mold the pieces from then on out. So that'll work. I think it's interesting how they choose to do the geometry whenever you do stuff like this. I don't know. Fun stuff. So now let's look up the bishop. That just gives me the Pope over and over again. Okay. So let's bishop chess. That should be fine, right? Huh. Wonder what the bishop's supposed to be represent. So like the knight is obviously a knight. So okay, I guess it would be like a clergyman, right? So because that was a pretty important piece. The pawn. So if we're doing it based on roses, the pawn would be the bud. The queen will be the fully bloomed rose. Maybe we don't need to go that involved. I think we can keep it simple to the pawn and the queen. The bishop. What can we do for the bishop? So I want to do the head a little differently. I mean, they all have basically the same thing. But, I mean, we still want it to be recognizable as the bishop. But we want it to be unique. Let's see. Let's look up custom bishop design. And hopefully we don't get a bunch of clergymen again. Aha. Didn't even get clergymen, to be honest. So let's... What in the world? There's some craziness going on. Oh, that's nice, sleek and modern. I like that. There's like... There's an $800 chess set that is essentially like as minimal as you can possibly get. Like it is just like the pawns are legitimately just cylinders. And same with the rest of the pieces, like the... That's weird. That's weird. I don't like that. I'm trying to get some inspiration, though. Inspiration on what a bishop could look like. Just a triangle? So a lot of people are kind of going minimalist with it, but I want to go a little more intricate because I'm designing it from scratch, you know? Oh, yeah. Okay. Alright, so maybe I just do some interesting fancy designs here. So I'm actually gonna save that here because I like that a lot. So yeah. Let's go ahead and get it started, I guess. If I could. Okay, good. so this one is going to be a lot taller. And then we can actually kind of expand that one too, or that part too. Make it a little more, a little nicer. All right. Yeah, something like that. And then we can kind of expand this. Okay. Shrink it a bit. And then we can append another cylinder. Okay, this is interesting. It's kind of pretty simple. Something like that, but then also, well, let's take this and let's turn on the symmetry again on the Z and the X axis here. We can round these off and then duplicate up. Duplicate. Okay. And then we can, let's go ahead and just smooth this out while we're here. Yes, there we go. Go ahead and do this as well. Actually, take this and then do that, because again it's supposed to be a little smaller. Merge these three rings down. I think this one's going to be the most challenging to print. Not the most challenging to make, mind you, but definitely printing is going to be an interesting endeavor for me. So we'll start with the basic, and then we'll kind of figure out what we can do from there on out. And then we can activate symmetry again. Okay. It's beginning to look a little phallic, not gonna lie, but you know, that's part of the game, I feel. Okay, so basically there's just this thing here with a little nipple at the top. Right? So this is the basic bishop. Oh god. Okay. No one ever needs to say that again. I mean, or it could also become a great insult in the chess community. I'm okay with that as well. Either way that it happens, I want either all or none of the credit. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, yeah. That's starting to look better. Oop. Okay, so my plan here is to take... Well, we don't want to do that. Instead of doing symmetry, we'll do this. And kind of go around. Well, I could do this a bit different here. Okay. Let's start with like the four sides here. Okay, so we did that, so now let's go in the middle. Okay, and then we can kind of do like a in between those, but extruded. Kind of make it look like a mace almost. Oop. Ooh, okay. Actually, yeah, that actually gives me a good idea. Okay. Alright, that actually kind of... That's pretty nice. It's better than I expected. Gotta spruce up this area for sure. We're going to go ahead and Dynamesh it. Uh, increase the resolution a bit. Well, let's actually smooth it. Maybe it wasn't our best moment, to be honest. I mean, that's gonna be pretty dense. I'm not gonna lie. Well, you know what? When it's dense, we take it, we go to the Decimation Master, and we let the Decimation Master do what it does best, which is decimate. And it's probably gonna take a good while, because this is a decent amount of polygons. Computing, please wait. Oh man. And after this one, we'll go ahead and end the stream, I think. It's been over an hour, but not a whole lot's happened. Been pretty chill. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to do the night. As long as I don't have any other client work to do. I don't think I have any client work to do at the moment. Definitely, I think I'm in between clients. So, this is taking a good long while to compute. Hopefully it actually works. Well, let's go ahead and let's actually escape. Yeah. And then we'll instead do a Dynamesh. Because that way it'll kind of do it for us. We can clean this up. We're going to do 50% decimation. Okay. All right, now we're back in business. Ooh. All right, we can go in here, and we can do what we do best. Oh. Well, that's not exactly what we. Oh yeah, that's right. We did this asymmetrically. Okay. So yeah, let's go in here and clean this up. stuff, good stuff. Cool. And then now we can kind of do, yeah, where? Okay, yeah. There we go. All right. That's looking pretty nice. All right. I'm digging that. Digging that a whole bunch. Hell yeah. Well, I think that's all she wrote. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. And we'll go ahead and save it as Bishop. We can actually, I think what we're gonna do though is we're gonna pre-process this. We're gonna decimate it again because it's got some really high density areas and we want to make sure we get rid of that. But this is going a lot smoother than I thought it would, to be honest. Okay, that's looking good. All right, so now export this as a bishop, as an STL, so that way we can print it. And then now we have one more piece done. We're swimming. We're swimming along. Let's see. I actually I'm gonna have to set up KeyShot in Streamlabs at some point, so that way I can actually like show it. But for now, I think that's what we're gonna finish off with. Thank you for joining me and hanging out. That's all she wrote, and we will continue this party tomorrow. So stick around for that. And I might be able to show off some of the printed pieces here soon, once it's all finished. But all right, I'll talk to you later. Stay creative and peace out.